I'm sitting down and pouring tea as if I do it every day. Go through the motions like the hand. Well, hello everyone. Welcome in. I'd let the cold hard justice crash the system. Is this the way it ends now? How could I not see this coming? My power just extends now. Rem has written you will ride no more. Like an open door. A minute more. Is this the way it ends now? How could I not see this coming? Hi, welcome in. You're here early. Like right at the start of stream, basically. Welcome in. We appreciate you. My power just extends now. Has written you. Look, new subscriber, Nele, for 8 months. Is that 8 or 9? I can't read. It's 9. But thank you, I appreciate it. You know, it's been 2 years since I started making content on this account on YouTube. I just got the notification. And, oh, YouTube! I hit 500 subscribers. So I'm very happy. And you can literally see the second my tracking kicks in because my eyes go from huge to like narrowed down. Even more narrow when I smile. And thank you, my mic is static. Well, thank you for letting me know because I don't want to be static shock. Let me restart it. I'm going to be real quiet for a second. My power just expands now. What feels right? A part of me knows that it's wrong. As if another's will has moved me. And Ruby, thank you so much. On TikTok, we're about 770 from our 1,000 goal. And hello, wait, I feel like I already said hello to you, but welcome in. Trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat. I'm doing amazing, Celine. How are you? And we will be continuing with the story. I really do feel like it will end today. I do feel that way because this story has been very long. Last time you were in, your followers are at 467. Well, we're growing. I feel like I'm like Danny Gonzalez on YouTube. He's like, Greg, the fastest growing army on the internet. Don't look that up. Where are you from? Puerto Rico. What about you? Cold hard justice crash the system. Is this the way it ends now? Hear it flicker, hear it fading. I actually have a lot of levels. Like, wow. Oh my goodness. I'm leveling up a lot. I'm still going.
Don't
oh, and thank you so much for the cookie. I
My
appreciate
friend will
it.
never hurt you.
Let's eat it together. Oh. And thank you. I don't remember if I spaced out when Nele did the subscription, but thank you so much if I didn't actually say it. I was excited. I'm not sure if I vocalized that excitement or not. Arcane steel is developing. What do you mean? Alright, let's jump into the story. So last time we left off, Feli No. So we found out. So now Indris is on the land now, and then he's like the chosen one for this season. So he's on land now. He's seeing with his own eyes how the surface isn't destroyed. Are the flowers of the surface? It feels as if their very life is calling to me. Are you calling me? You did thank me. Okay, thank you. Is this the sun? It's brighter than the shine of gold, and so warm. I feel bad because this is exactly what Felly did. And welcome in, Russell. The water, it's so refreshing. The burning in my throat is gone. Continue forward. Was he just dehydrated? Just kidding. Zany! We love Zany here. Zany's my girl. I feel like it's almost criminal she hasn't had a larger role. And even though she had a huge role, she needs more. Here, take some likes. Well, I appreciate it. And I do love this like veil thing. I just wish that Nobles had a little bit more. Oh, he has like dragon. Like his gloves are different. They're like little dragon claw. Oh, he's looking at the sun. Don't do that. Stop. You'll hurt your eyes. Especially your eyes who have been underground your whole life. Don't look directly at the sun. That's bad news. And hello, Snuggy. Look, everything is so cute and pretty. I wonder what like animals they have underground. Like, does he even know what a butterfly is? And how are you doing, Snuggy? Oh no, he's crying. I'm sure he's crying because how beautiful it is, but he's gonna be really crying when he sees Felly's flower, because that's the last thing he did on land, or like on the surface. He's really handsome. Yeah, the cutscene is beautiful. Salforan's ancient lies collapse. The pact of the primordial dragon is fulfilled. You lead Indris back to the surface, witnessing a world both real and beautiful. Light after lies. General Hogan has sent you a letter. It's likely about the investigation report on Brimstone Village. Talk to Zany about it. She has been around the village lately. I kind of wish that they put that on a black screen instead of like my character speaking it. It's kind of the sound of searing cornea. Is that are you saying, are you making a joke about Indris, or is my mic still static? Shot. Oh, the kitty walking. I need that, like I need that emote, but like with Lizzie, my cat. And speaking of Lizzie, I'm thinking about getting a mascot for the new do you guys do you have a preference on a name? The flower Felly planted is slowly beginning to bloom. It feels like only a breath ago that his hands pressed the seed into the soil. Yet somehow, it feels like a lifetime has passed. Felly, do you know? The mirage bloom you planted has brushed against the wind, tasted the morning dew, and now it dances in the sunlight, searching for the warmth of your smile. That's so like tragic. Oh, I don't have the wind condition. Okay, complete story quest. Okay, that seems to be something else. Let's go over here and then see what the actual like next quest is. Burden of the Crown. What is this? Mysterious mask. Okay, this is actually kind of what I was expecting to get in here. It's the outer layer of your eye. Good. Cornea. So like, just like that, the outside. Is it any color? Like, is it mixed? How does that layering work? Because you know how we have the sclera and the iris. Does it sit on top of that? I'm just curious. I don't really know how the eye anatomy. Shrimp cap. I low-key kind of got sidetracked, but you know I'm back here. Okay, this is it. Complete sides. No, this is not it. What's the quest that I need to do? Okay. Burden of the Crown and Hope Forged Anew. Burden of the Crown. That's this one. The stars are very beautiful above the palace walls. They shine with equal splendor still above far humbler walls. There's something we need to discuss. I watch them from my window, but they're right enchanting. Reminds me of the freedom I gave up so long ago. It's a protective coating on your eye. I see. So it's not it's not really like a part. It's like a membrane type thing. Does it come back? Like if it's damaged, does it grow back or is it gone? A few days ago, Ravion invited me for a meeting. He specifically requested that you join us as well. What is he up to? Why does he want to hang with me? Oh wait, what does he want with me? What is he up to now? I'm gonna say, what does he want with me? I'm not sure. But he never does anything without a reason, so it must be important. Right now, he's guarding the the dragon egg essence pool near the Temple of Health. He's been neglecting his duties in the city and sometimes doesn't even show up for guard duty. But he's at the pool every day as a watchman. The same pool Valera used. I believe it heals, but it won't be a fun time out for sure. Yes, now that the dragon egg mining has ceased, the remaining essence is the last of its kind. I initially wanted to destroy it all, but Ravion convinced me not to. After all, there's only one sylvan tendril. The egg essence is the only other thing beside it that can alleviate the curse. It's a desperate measure, like drinking poison to quench thirst. But he convinced me it's better to keep it as a backup plan, just in case. I do agree, we don't want to destroy everything. We don't want to destroy, like, our backup plan. So definitely don't harvest any more. But don't destroy what we already have. And that's generally good. Like, you don't want to, like, don't let the lives sacrificed to be in vain, you know? So don't create any more, don't hurt any more lives, but do use what we have left to its fullest. And it turns out he was right. We're distributing it in limited amounts to slow the progression of the transformation for those most affected by the curse. I'll help with the treatment too. When the time comes, I'll call upon you for sure. But for now, we should find Ravion. I can't guess as to what he wants from you. Let's see if he's at the temple. Temple of Helfor. And how are you today, Snuggy? By the way, why is he the one guarding that pool? He said he should take responsibility. I don't quite understand it. Imagine if we go in there and he's like swimming. He's like, oh wait, you should have knocked first. Pretty sure drinking poison to quench thirst is... Oh. Though I still suspect he has found an excuse to avoid actual work. That's low-key crazy. You guys are really close. The fact that he says that about his boss is crazy. Pretty sure drinking poison to quench thirst is like 100% worse than drinking nothing at all. Oh, of course. I think that's like what a lot of people think in the desert as well, which is why they eat like hallucinogens. Because they're like, oh, I'm hungry, so then they eat the hallucinogen. It's not a good idea because it's a hallucinogen. Hey, what are you doing? Help him out. Oh, he rolled up. Is he here trying to steal the essence? Most likely. Let's catch them first. Catch them, like Dora. He's not walking and it's hilarious. Like he's like sliding across the floor. Well, look who's finally here. Did you see my great performance? What was that? What were we supposed to see? She and I were doing the fighting while you stood there with your arms folded. That's crazy. How's my day been? It's been amazing. I'm actually in a really good mood. Many wonderful things are happening today. What? How many likes to do a face mask? I would love to do a face mask. That's more about... It's more about when I can get one. They probably cost like $5 at the store or something. I have no idea, to be honest. I kind of want to buy those ones from Lush. You know, they're really fancy. Well, I think like cactus water is kind of a diuretic, so it's like the last ditch effort to fight dehydration. I see. Ah, my bad. Next time I'll make sure to cheer you from the sidelines. You seem like you're in a really good mood. Why? I'm celebrating the proof of my judgment. I knew someone would eventually try to steal from the... It was only a matter of time. But Ravion, the curse drives people mad. If that's why they did it, shouldn't you show some mercy? Mercy has its place, Idris. Ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves. But think about it. This isn't just some desperate fool. The hidden divine dew pool in the Temple of Hellfor isn't common knowledge. True. The temple itself is a secret, let alone the pool. Whoever found it navigated the obstacles and dared to steal from it. That's exactly the kind of person I was watching for. I'm not slow, Ravion. You don't need to spell it out for me. You kind of needed to spell it out for me, because I was not about to... I wasn't about to remember that. Oh, and here I thought I was helping you to understand. Quit teasing him, Ravion. But why are you here personally? If we let regular guards do it, they'd be too tempted by the essence. And Indris isn't entirely wrong. People haven't run out of the divine dew yet, so we haven't seen the worst of it. There's a ton everywhere. We can and this is a lot more pure than the other divine dew, right? Because they have like a watered down version back in actually Salthorn. But here there's tons of super concentrated divine dew. But if the corruption keeps spreading unchecked, it's only a matter of time before there are victims. And when that happens, families will start looking for answers. At this point, the essence pool isn't exactly a secret anymore. I might have let it slide if there was 1 or 2 people, but if more start coming, that's when things get dangerous. Let's get dangerous. I understand. I'll urge the priests and the priestesses to speed up their research of the curse. Don't look so serious, Indris. With her, Sylvan Tundrel on our side, we'll definitely figure it out. We have time. Especially how we can just cure them, like, at least a few a day. You know what I mean? So, like, we should have a queue, basically. The people who are most sick and most affected are first. So, honestly, probably, we should handle the commoners first and cure them, at least a few a day. I'm not sure how, you know, strenuous it is, but maybe even 1 a day, and then slowly go into like the nobles. Besides, the thieves I caught so far aren't your average desperate souls. They're from respectable backgrounds, strong faith, and ties to the more noble parts of society. Addicted to divine dew, then. As I said, you need more than a desperation to pull something like this off. So, do they still need the dew even though they've been cured by the focus? So, not everybody is cured. The only people who have actually been completely cured are Indris and then Feli. But then, you know, Feli's gone now. So, basically, Indris is the only one who's cured. They're using the divine dew that's remaining to, like, slow the progression while the priests and priestesses try to figure it out. You know, figure out what to do. But we only have 1 Sylvan Tendril and us who can do the purification magic. So basically, however much I can do in a day is how many people can be cured in a day. You need intelligence and purpose, and some of these zealots, to them, even if it wasn't divine dew, but just regular water, if you told them the queen and high priestess had bathed here, they'd probably drink it all, crying tears of gratitude. You call this bathwater? Well, technically, you could bathe in it. My mother lived a long, vigorous life. There's a pool full of divine dew here. Anyone who learns about it would start making connections, wouldn't they? Yeah, Indris is fine. Indris is okay. Stop with your conspiracy theories, Ravion. After all, you're the one who found out this pool is used to store the egg essence. The dwarves' pipeline feeds directly into it. Tharalith handled the ingredient processing here with Valera's help. You're the one who handed me the evidence, and now you're making jokes about it? Can't blame me for having a little fun. Oh, Ravion just wants to have fun. Oh, Ravion just wants to have fun. That's all he really wants. Some fun. Maybe she decided to have a nice soak while she was at it. I'd do the same. So what exactly did you want me to bring her for? Ah, yes, I've been checking on the progress in the Tenebrous Court. Tenebrous Court? There are some personal items in my mother's chambers. Nothing of importance, but I'd like to take a few as mementos. After all, I am her son. Even though I can't inherit her power and her property was confiscated. It wouldn't hurt to keep a few keepsakes, would it? Would it? Don't joke about that. Anything that belongs to you will be returned. You could just go and take them yourself if you really want them, couldn't you? Yeah, I think we should have a little bit more like sensitivity to Ravion, because we did just murder his mom. With his knowing, you know, like with his knowledge, like he did it. He brought us to the temple, but you know, even if she was a bad mom, I imagine it would be hard to just like, you know, like turn your back on her. Because even if like a little part of you, like, because that is your parent, so I think we should be nice to Ravion. He's going through it right now. He can't go there himself. He'll need us with him. I'm gonna say he can't go there by himself. It was right to call you here. You're much more perceptive in this area. I'm legally the heir to my mother's title. And as much I despise the idea, there will always be opportunists stirring things up behind me. If I just waltzed into the Queen's chambers to take things, people would definitely start raising questions. So, for the safety's sake, I invited the trustworthy captain and his esteemed companion, the great magistrate who helped save Saphorin, to act as witness. You still hold order in the city, Ravion. Don't start talking about authority as if you lost it. Oh, I haven't forgotten. That's precisely why I've abdicated my title. Now, only I could resign from the responsibilities as well. But let's save the politics for later. For now, I ask both of you to witness my sincerity, loyalty, obedience, and sincerity. He said that twice. To both. For now, I ask you both of you to witness my sincerity, loyalty, obedience, and sincerity. This moment is of utmost significance. I'd rather not. Did you just... Oh, he did! Okay, I was wondering if that's a glitch. Like, not a glitch, but, you know, like a mistranslation or something. I'm definitely gonna say this one, because that's exactly what I mentioned. Did you just say sincerity twice? You caught me, but it's fine. The details are irrelevant. The most important thing is that I prove my words. Alright, time to head to my mother's chambers. Wait, you're the only one guarding this place. What happens once you leave? No need to fret. People only stop by once every few days. By my estimates, else will be here for coming. No one else will be coming for another 5 days. Let me actually mute for a second. I need to blow my nose. Hello. I'm back. Making a typo in actual speech. Yeah, basically. I thought it was a localization thing because I think this... I'm not sure what language it originally is. But there have been some issues. Every now and then. I need to redo my hair. Okay. What kind of calculation is that? Never mind. Let's just wait for a second. I'll go arrange for some guards to take over. Well, let him do his thing. I'm sure this place will be flooded with guards soon. Let's go. He just told you to wait. Oh, I didn't hear that. No time for delays. Let's head to the chamber. Don't worry. I'm sure he'll catch up to us. Hello, Kaiser. Welcome in. I don't know what that says, but nice to see you. To the palace. To the palace. To the palace. To the room This game is actually pretty fun, right? I enjoy it. And I really like the aura of South Oran. I don't like the people in it. Now follow me. I'll take you to the tour of the palace. But I like the overall, like, aura. It's like the beautiful things from Everstill Manor, Ludovic's mansion, but like in a palace setting, not like rubble. No fishing in the palace, that's crazy. The last time you barged in here, you made quite a ruckus. We came in stealthily. We only caused a minor disturbance. I'm gonna say we came in stealthily. Really? No wonder I heard the sounds of fighting between you and so many other guards. Truly the picture of stealth, indeed. How are you? I don't recognize this area. Oh, well, thank you. Oh, wait. I'm doing amazing. How are you? This is TikTok. Nathaniel. Welcome in. Happy to see you. This is my little bakery. I'm a variety VTuber. I go live at times. Actually, on TikTok, you can't actually see it unless you're in landscape. But I go live at 1:30 PST, 2:30 MST, 3:30 CST, and 4:30 EST. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. No matter, the guards around here have been called off, so we can walk about freely now. You didn't really get a proper tour last time, did you? Come, let me be your guide. He's giving Cornelius from Thumbelina. Don't you live outside the palace? Yes, that's right. The first thing I did after becoming of age is to move out. But this place, well, I spent a long and innocent childhood here. Don't look at me like that. I was adorable as a child. Naive and pure. Well, let's move on. I fished in that pond just needed to talk to the folk. That's funny. I did not fish there, so he's basically talking to himself over here. No fishing in the palace. I wasn't going to. Fancy taking a walk with me? Let's go. I really don't like this style of quest. If we have to like stay with them the whole time instead of just like moving, I think this and like a few other things are just this place. I spent countless hours trying to trip up the guards in Valera. When I was little, hide and seek here was my favorite game. They really wanted us to have some alone time with Ravion. Did they expect that? Oh, how far are you? I'm in the last season. Or the most recent one. This is the place. So I already went through the starter story. I went through the starter story. Why did my brain like stop? I went through the starter story, through Songs of Strife, which is the Soren and Alson. The Dark Forest. So I went through the starter story, Soren and Alsa in the Song of Strife, then Sinbad, Gara, Sonia in Waves of Intrigue, then like Valka and Chains of Eternity, and then now we are in Echoes of Descent with Indris and Zany. Is there no walking mode? No. I don't think so. Maybe there is. Maybe I missed it, but I feel like this is the default speed, and then the speed that they want you to walk with these people is like half what we do. And this city is a town of Salforan. It's underground. And speaking of my mother's chambers, my absolute favorite part was this charming little courtyard. She never really bothered with it herself. Of course, Valera usually directed the servants to take care of it. Not that I'm complaining, Valera had taste, most of the time. She knew exactly how to cater to my mother's particular brand of elegance. It is a beautiful courtyard. Even if mother never cared much for it, she'd occasionally pause to admire the view. But for me, her precious innocent little prince, the courtyard was my sanctuary. Not only could I play freely, but I'd occasionally catch my mother's attention, which was an unimaginable honor. That's why I have a favor to ask you. Can you help me find something here? When I was a child, I hid a treasure in this garden, but tragically, I have no memory of what it was, or where I put it. Now, don't give me that look. I'm not sending you on a fool's errand. Valera turned the castle upside down looking for it, stormed through like a woman possessed, and came up empty-handed. Which means there are only a few places that could have eluded her scrutiny. And given my impeccable taste as a child, it had to be something valuable. So really, this shouldn't be too difficult, right? I suppose I can look. Excellent. Then I'll leave this childhood mystery in your capable hands. O great Magister, with your wisdom, my long-lost treasure shall finally once more see the light of day. Imagine if you had another Sylvan tendril. That would have been crazy. Burden of the Crown, a gem brooch. But that was it? That was so fast. I thought for sure we would have done the little treasure hunt with the hamster, you know, like that, but with Ravion instead of the hamster. I'm feeling quite nostalgic. Look at this, exquisite, isn't it? A brooch, a gift from my mother. A rather extravagant design. Is that an echo ride on it? I'm gonna mention the design. Naturally, the Assail priests themselves crafted it, intricately carved and adorned with an echo rite of the highest purity. When I lost it, Valera nearly lost her mind. She interrogated me relentlessly about where they had misplaced it. She even had the entire castle searched top to bottom. If Fedor hadn't intervened, I think she might have locked down the entire clan. And yet, despite all her efforts, she never dared disturb Mother's courtyard, meaning she never found it. Did you do that on purpose? Me? A mere child? Perish the thought. Though, interestingly enough, I only realized I'd grown up after taking it off. Isn't that a bit backwards? Teenage boys hate jewelry, after all. I'm gonna say, isn't that a bit backwards? Was Echo right? So, Echo Rites is what the dwarves called the dragon egg, or like the divine dew, basically. So like the dragon egg. I'm pretty sure. So you're saying boys instinctively reject their mother's more extravagant tastes? Interesting theory, but allow me to clarify. First, no. I've always appreciated luxury. My mother had impeccable taste, and I'll always love beautiful things. And second, also no, I didn't say it backwards. I last wore this brooch when I was 5 or 6. Then within a year of taking it off, I grew as if a decade had passed, and ended up looking 15. Whoa. That's crazy. No, we haven't called it Echo Rites in so long. Basically, we only called it Echo Rites at like the very beginning when we were with the dwarves. And then like midway through when we were passing through that like volcano area and we found that like notebook. So tell me, Magister, was I frozen in time by some hidden magic? I've never heard of such magic. I can't say for certain. Then perhaps we should consult my mother's collection of magical tomes. Not to brag, she was quite an extraordinary mage. There should still be plenty left in her chambers, though sifting through them will take time. Enough reminiscing, we have work to do. Yeah, it was Echo Rites, and then it was... You're here. Did you two take a detour? It was Echo Rites, then it was Divine Dew. And then, since we came to South Horn, it has been pretty much Divine Dew. What took you so long? I stationed the guards at the Essence Pool. They'll keep an eye on each other. Nothing should go wrong for now. Once I entrusted everything was in order, I returned immediately to meet up with you, and yet, to my surprise, I still arrived first. I doubt this was your doing. Must have been Ravion, dawdling as usual. The fact that he talks to his boss like this is crazy to me. Even I have a pretty chill boss, and I would never say this. Hi, my queen, and hello, princess. You're right. He was monologuing. No! I got distracted looking around. See, Indris, our dear Merlin is far more forgiving than you. Anyway, you arrived just in time. Let's get to work. Look at this. Documents everywhere, already picked through. A complete mess. For the record, when my mother was alive, this place was pristine. Now, thanks to certain visitors, it's a disaster. I have to admit, I feel uneasy being here. Sorting intelligence is one thing, but rifling through your mother's personal belongings? Don't be so uptight. You should know, I haven't set foot in here since I came of age. Do you know what that means? Remember the last time you came here? Dear Indris, you were the first outsider to ever set foot in my mother's chambers. And I was the second? Even though we were in cuffs? Correct. And your dwarven friend makes 3. Congratulations, you've made history. So Indris, will you be searching over here? Or would you rather inspect the spot where you were once so charmingly restrained? Either works for me. I'll just supervise you two from the side. The stars are very beautiful above. Ha! Completely useless. This one looks like it's up to you, my friend. This is still a lady's chambers. Conservation log. Today I talked to Tassel about promoting dragon egg essence usage. This is a brief record of our conversation for future reference. Me. The positive effects of dragon egg essence on corruption has been proven. There are minimal side effects. Tassel. I'm afraid I have to veto this. Dragon eggs are an offering of a magnificent being. Using or consuming them could lead to negative consequences. Is that your only concern? Tassel. He spoke after about a minute of silence. Yes, at least for the time being. Most of us won't live long enough to experience the side effects, and some might not even survive until we complete the tests. I've forgotten the exact wording, the gist is the same. Tassel, I understand where you're coming from, but what about the Sylvan tendril? I said most of us. Tassel. He didn't speak for a long time here. I remember urging him at least 3 times. How do you plan to distribute it? Me. What do you think? Should I prioritize the critically ill? Or should those who are more capable or loyal get it first? Tassel, I believe you already have a decision in mind. I'm fairly certain I know what it is. Me. I suppose you'll veto that decision as well. Tassel, you're spot on. So, the Queen and Tassel had issues the whole time, it looks like. So the Queen and Tassel really did fight over the dragon essence. Ancient records. Further study on the dragon egg essence. It has been confirmed that dragon egg essence is capable of healing corrupted wounds, with effectiveness depending on its concentration. At the highest concentration, it can heal wounds in about under an hour. For external wounds, direct application to the affected areas is significantly more effective than oral ingestion. Note, dragon egg essence demonstrates comparable effectiveness in treating fractures and soft tissue wounds. Effects on either diseases are inconsistent and require further observation. Below are some casually scribbled questions. Is it essential for life? Could excessive consumption lead to abnormal growth of organs or tissues? Remember to test its effectiveness on pregnant women. That's crazy. This has to be centuries old. It's improper for outsiders to go through such things. Indris won't pry. He's far too noble for that. Unnamed calendar. Tie up the loose ends for Tassel's affairs. Make a public announcement on Tassel's death and allocate a week of the funeral preparations and other relevant matters. The handover must be completed by this day. The Sylvan tendril should be sealed away. Meeting for experiment number 37. Reversing draconization. Method, magic. Physical methods have proven ineffective. Previous experiment records. Number 136, unsuccessful. Archives are kept by Valera. Previous conclusions. Draconization is a magical affliction. Physical removal techniques. Excision, cauterization, freezing, etc. No curative effect. Confirmed in experiments number 1 to 12. 2. Draconization is not caused by life force, but a corrupted dragon magic. Confirmed in experiments 4 to 8. 3. Current magical practices offer no viable resolution or mitigation. Have it come now. As such, elimination protocols have been explored. Confirmed in experiments 13 to 29. Elimination protocol, batch processing, ineffective. Confirmed in experiments number 30 to 32. Oh my gosh, my hiccups. Qualitative approach, ineffective. Confirmed in experiment number 33. Carrier-based transference, effective. Confirmed in experiments number 34 and 35. For a transfer to work, the person receiving the magic must be deeply connected to the infected, someone who shares a strong, stable bond. Confirmed in experiments number 35 to 36. Current experiment and carrier. Subject self. The plan is to move the Okay. The plan is to move the dragon magic into the unborn child, then destroy it. During childbirth or immediately after. Fortunately, I am a woman making this elimination plan viable. So she was gonna transfer the dragonness to Ravion and then kill him. That's the plan. That was the plan, but something happened. Which is crazy. LOL, just remind yourself you're not a fish. Okay, I will do that next time. Now, this is intriguing. Indris, come take a look. This is big news. The sage's end, summoned up in a barely sentence, and a few short lines on the cleanup afterward. Indris, maybe you could use this as a reference for handling high-level affairs. No, thank you. Oh, don't be so quick to refuse. Surely the ever-diligent Indris wouldn't pass up a chance to learn from history's failures. I'll read it carefully. Alright, next page. Ah, it mentions scales appearing on the body and pain. Classic signs of corruption, wouldn't you say? Rather quick, isn't it? Perhaps, but it makes sense. Her condition was far worse than any commoner's, but she held on through sheer magical might and the sylvan tendrils permitted healing. The moment she was free from the sage's restraints, she must have gone straight for the dragon egg essence, downing it like a traveler dying of thirst. No wonder the corruption set in so fast. You make your mother sound so unflattering. And now, the highlight of reading session. Experiment number 37. The log describes its purpose in cold clinical terms. A magical experiment to purge corruption. The first 36 experiments bear only cold numeral and damning verdict, failure. Even the 37th success merits but a fleeting note. Seralif's revelation came in 3 parts. First, the corruption wasn't something to fix. It was a distortion, a conflict of magic. The best solution was to eliminate it entirely. Second, elimination required a stable vessel, something the failures had taught her. And finally, the conclusion, a child, a life tied to the mother, yet distinct from her. Ah, so during pregnancy, all the magic would funnel into the child, and the moment of birth would also be the moment of elimination. A pragmatic solution, if the child didn't survive, or if the magic went wild before birth, all that excess power could simply be discarded. How despicable. I thought she would at least a shred of humanity left. But the question is, why is Ravion still alive? If he should have been killed at birth, did she have a change of heart? Selfishness is human nature, and And back then, she was worshipped like a god, was more divine than a being who doesn't care who destroys it. But honestly, I'm less interested in her morals and more in the technical aspects. How was the child conceived? What about your childhood? I'm not gonna ask this, because, that's kind of crazy. But... so you were listening. My pure, innocent youth has finally caught your interest. Though my childhood stretched quite a bit longer than most, I never shown the slightest sign of corruption. Just for the record, I've been given divine due in every shape and form, and yet I've never felt the faintest trace of corruption. Given that I've grown up perfectly healthy, I might even be healthier than most people in South Florida. Which just proves my mother's infant detox therapy was quite effective. Perhaps even a case of poison fights poison. What a delightful irony. That's not funny. That was a good one. I'm gonna say that's not funny. Because he's literally talking about, lives, and how lives were lost. Many lives were lost. I agree, we shouldn't joke too much about serious matters. Why not? Infant detox therapy is already a joke, and an exceptional one at that. Really, it's almost poetic. With this absurdity, I wouldn't even exist. What better punchline is there? And on top of that, I was born the Queen's son. The moment I came of age, I naturally took power. Effortlessly standing at the same level as ever-dutiful Fedor and Valera. Believe me, plenty of people would kill for a joke like that. You forget it, I give up. Well done. The first step to wisdom is knowing when to surrender. You're making such progress. Oh, what now? I thought that was the end, but there's a hidden compartment in the back of this log. Look. A key. By judging its size and material, I don't see a matching keyhole anywhere here. Wait, I thought it was not funny too. Ayy. It could be a duplicate, but do you have an idea? Shall we visit the Temple of Hellfor? You'd think this is Dwarven craftsmanship? Not exactly, but my mother no, because then we would have used runes, right? That's the whole Hellfor thing? Not exactly, but my mother had a portal tucked away in her private chambers, leading straight to the temple. Interesting. Oh, because of the Divine Dew? Teleportation portals are stable, discreet, and secure. But they're expensive. Finicky. They need constant maintenance. If she only used the temple to store dragon egg essence, she could have built a much simpler system ages ago. But she didn't. Which means she was hiding something else there. Something valuable enough to justify all the trouble. I see your point. A key like this must be for a secret vault within the temple. They shine with equal splendor still above far humbler walls. I watch them from my window. You went. Oh, well, let's focus on finding where this key actually goes. Me of the freedom I gave up so long ago. You know, there was a time when I genuinely wondered if my father might have been a dwarf. Can you not make jokes about serious matters in such a utterly unfunny way? The royal circlet of bright gold rests lightly on my brow. I once thought only of the rights this circlet would endow. Oh, these are the guards. I was like, what is someone doing here? Ah, the platform's empty. What a shame. I was hoping to play around with Eclipsion for a bit. Sorry to ruin your fun. Wait, did you say platform? We're just walking on it. I thought it was so bad you couldn't touch it before. Just like I thought. There's a hidden compartment beneath. The key fits the lock. So this is what it was meant for. A faint clicks. Foreshadowing. I missed it, but I'm interested deep down. A faint click echoes as a key turns. Silently, a hidden panel slides open. Inside, stacks of documents fill the compartment almost to the brim. Read the yellow scrolls. Examine the scattered blueprints. I don't care about the blueprints. Yellowed scroll. Great and mighty is the bearded craftsman. Flames dance to your commands. Volcanoes bow beneath your control. The oars sing praises of your hammer. The gears marvel at your drive shaft. Your beard shines brighter than the sun and endures longer than the time's endless run. A large section of illegible... I botched it. It's okay. It was just saying it was illegible. Examine the scattered blueprints. Messy drawing. The drive shaft upgrade is essential for more effective, faster, and smoother conveyor belt system. Even Hellfor endorses this. Followed by a blurred schematic diagram with partially illegible annotations detailing suggested revisions. I see. These are ancient, and the script is not like ours. Old runic system, early Dwarven, judging by the notation. Most of these seem to be Dwarven records. Time to check with Ravion. You can rewatch it. Click it. I will. Actually, let me actually... Right. Inventory. No. It's in collection, right? And then it's archive? Is it mining journal? Hellfor's him? Unnamed calendar, mining journal, conservation log. This is a nice letter. Oh, see here? It's talking about Echo Right. Raw. So this is like a Dwarven thing. Ironhold Bay. South Florent? I don't know what happened to that, but it's fine. Looks like we stumbled upon a little stash of lost Dwarven history. Hymns praising Hellfor, discarded schematics, battle records of Hellfor leading his warriors. Nothing immediately useful. Did Seralith actually care about preserving history? Might be ember mines, I see. Oh please, my mother didn't preserve history out of sentiment. There was no time for hobbies in her glorious reign. Yes, a scholar or a mage might find some research value in these. The 1,000-year empire's history, Hellfor's power. If she wanted to harness draconic power, Dwarven history might have had something useful. Either way, let's do a quick sort. If nothing jumps out as urgent, we can return these to Dwarven friends. Call it history returning to where it belongs. Zany's going to lose her mind over this. Are all those notes hidden somewhere? Yes, we found it like last week or maybe 2 weeks ago. Yes, it's new. Watch time. This person, Mind, has spent 5 minutes watching this channel. That's crazy. Follow age. Mind has been following this channel for 6 days, 23 hours, and 36 minutes. Well, thank you, Mind. I love the organization, but it looks... This is dumb. Are you kidding? It's just put them there. That's not... They deceived me. They deceived me. I think it's some of the few logs not recorded in journals. I hope they add them. Oh yeah, for sure. I would like to be able to look back on all of them. This document style doesn't match the Dwarven style. Found anything? What lies before you is more than just a document. It's an entire set of invalid wills and orders. An old document, will and future plan. Draconization has been significantly alleviated. After ruling out all other physical methods such as incision and cutting, childbirth remains now the final hurdle. Currently, the fetus has reached a maximum capacity, and the estimated delivery date is in 2 weeks. Inform Valera to be prepared. Given the risks associated with both magic and childbirth, it is essential to establish a plan for the future. And thank you so much for the lurk, I appreciate them. The event of my death, Fedor is issued to order and work with. To eliminate Valera? That's crazy. It must be ensured that upon Valera's death, the throne passes to Valera's death? But Seralith was the queen. What throne? Fedor shall fully cooperate. If Valera survives, or if that refuses to help, Fedor is to initiate immediate suppression of all information and select a new successor to the throne. If Fedor fails and Valera survives, such a possibility must be eliminated. A contingency must be left for Valera before the child is born. Are we trying to say that Ravion is Valera's kid? Because that makes no sense. But sure, we'll take it. The finalized version of this document will be drafted once Valera enters her recovery period. The Queen's will, along with 2 equally lethal decrees for Valera and Fedor, were recorded in Seralith's detached precision. This will doesn't even mention the newborn child at all. Seralith's just... Oh, Indris, isn't it obvious? That baby was never part of the grand plan. It was just a detoxification vessel. Its survival was always an afterthought. Hello, Zero! Welcome in! How are you? How's Wake the Will going? Even if it survived, it would probably be deformed due to the corruption. No, because you're right here, Ravion. Woo! Even if it survived, it would probably be deformed due to corruption. And if, against all odds, it was a healthy infant, amidst the chaos of the Queen's downfall, no one would spare it a passing glance. An heir, but Valera would find uses for it. I just finished the 50th episode today. Ayy, that's hard work. I know that, like, drawing comic after comic must be difficult. Checks out for the race of the dragon egg eaters. That's crazy. But yeah, it's true. And I know for a fact Ravion has to have caught on by now. Because he hasn't really mentioned it, but yet he keeps mentioning child and how the child wasn't important, basically. And there is a reason he left the temple as... I mean, he left his home as soon as he was able. So I'm sure he knows at this point. But Indris, I'm not sure if he's catching on, and I'm not even sure if Merlin, the main character, really is catching on either. I'm gonna say an error. Precisely. The biggest obstacle here was actually Valera. That fanatic would never have accepted some random heir if my mother truly died. As long as I, her precious bloodline, still breathed, even as a half-rotted corpse, she'd have propped me up on the throne herself. Her loyalty was never to Salfor, it was to Seralith alone. She was too reckless, too extreme. She lacked my mother's cunning. And Fedor? He would never have bent to her whims. He's like one of the dwarves' constructs, programmed to follow orders and nothing more, which made him perfect for safeguarding a will. With one side clinging to the prince and the other the decree, the result was inevitable. Endless debate and division. So are they trying to say that Valera had a kid, too? Because now I'm confused, because I thought the kid was Ravion this whole time. I was like 100, I was confidently incorrect. I'm amazed that Valera is... Valara. I need to... Her name is not Valera. I keep saying Valera, but it's Valara. I have to remember because they say it with such an accent, I'm just like, whoa. It's actually more important than just a random mook. I don't even know what that is. But yes, it seems that way. With one side... Oh, wait. Endless debate and division. So that's why the will commands Fedor to kill Valara, instead of simply declaring she had no role in the Queen's death. She used Valara's loyalty to set this all in motion, only to decide her fate in advance, which is crazy, which shows just how wild Seralith was. And wild is like not even the right word. It's like criminal, cruel. Because Valara truly loved the queen, like over everything. And then the queen was more than just willing to throw her away, which is crazy. And even if I was psychotic, like let's say I was a psychopath, I would definitely keep my most loyal subject with me the whole time. You know? I don't know, it just feels crazy to me that she's so cruel to Valara. Or Vilara. Villain pun. Yes! Welcome to court politics. Look, even the name written here has completely erased. Not just from the family records, because history is solved. Most likely, once my mother realized she wasn't dead, and the child survived, she ordered Fedor to carry it out. And thank you so much for the ping, I appreciate it! A queen facing death needs strong popular allies. But a queen who recovers? Suddenly those same allies become threats. Politics and power are truly vile. Here, yes. Well, I mean, to be honest, let's not get into it. Thanks for the compliment. Seems there are no further records. With all these dwarven documents here, maybe this place was nothing more than a dumping ground for things meant to be buried. Why not ask the person involved? But Valara already... Oh, you mean Fedor? Indeed, that man has done so much of my mother's dirty work. He must know plenty of interesting details. As I recall, you were kind enough to let him live, weren't you? Indris? Not out of kindness. His crimes, at least the ones we uncovered, weren't severe enough to warrant execution. He left Salforan with his men some time ago. Maybe to the surface, maybe to the wilderness. I didn't ask. But a man like him, privy to so many secrets, wouldn't just walk away and leave it all behind. No, a loyal dog like Fedor must still have his own plans. I have an idea. Let's go. Most of his men left behind are just as rigid as he is. I think I know where to start. Follow me, then you'll see. Follow. The truth is hard to swallow. Follow me. Find the suspect. So there's a suspect here. Not inside? Or... I take it you're one of Fedor's subordinates. Did he leave any messages for me? I don't know what you're talking about, Your Highness. I only came to seek an audience with you to discuss the matter of the divine dew supply. Oh, please. If you're going to lie to royalty, at least put in some effort into it, dear. That was downright embarrassing. Fine. If you insist on wasting your time, do the honors. Let's hope your eloquence makes this little delay somewhat entertaining. Here's a hint. Fedor's men are all cut from the same dull, duty-obsessed cloth. A little pressure, the right approach, prying open their mouth is 100 of times easier than prying open their armor. Basically saying, get them to talk, don't try to fight them. What will you want? What do you want? I'm here for an audience. Let's try to fail this. I'm very curious if, no matter what, you will always win. Because I think you will. I think no matter what you say, you're gonna win. So let's try to say all the wrong answers to test my theory. Violence solves all problems. LOL. You really don't know anything. Are you sure you don't know? I'm gonna say you really don't know anything. Like I said, I don't know anything about what you're talking about. I haven't done anything at all. So you're admitting you're lazy. You admit you're neglecting your duties. How dare you insult? Fine. Call me lazy bum then. Happy now? Is this how you treat an innocent man? Yup. Have you wronged Fedor in any way? I'm gonna say yup. You unbelievable. You're impossible to talk to. I won't say another word. Did Fedor really send you here? You must have something to hide. We'll blame Fedor for everything. No! Ah! How can you be so shameless? I have no connection to the General anymore. General Fedor already left the city. I'm just looking around. What exactly is Fedor planning? Wow, we were starting so good with all the wrong answers, but that one Fedor question, I wonder if that was really the right answer and it just triggered the right, because I thought for sure we were gonna lose right there. I was only following orders to observe the situation. There's no grand scheme. Fine, I'll admit it. I still serve General Fedor, but I haven't done anything so far. I'm impressed, Ravion. How did you recognize him? Simple. Fedor's men are as obvious as he is. Do you think the Fedor thing, that we were gonna blame it all on Fedor, was the wrong choice? This game, yeah. It's like my biggest gripe with is that mechanic is useless, basically. I love the concept, but there's no downside. You know what I mean? Like, there's no risk or benefit. You can just click anything and it's fine. And then, what else did I have an issue with? The fashion. For sure, we need more fashion. But I do like the little veil thing. Like, that was really cute. I still think it is really cute. We need more, though. We need more fashion. Fashion, put it all on me. Don't you want to see those clothes on me? Fashion, put it all on me. You can smell the military rigidity on them from across the room. Merlin must have been trained in detecting deception. Yes, of course. You knew. Then why? Why didn't I call it out sooner? Well, dear, as you said, you've done nothing so far. Leaving you all in plain sight is much easier. Why bother digging out hidden rats when they'd just be replaced with a fresh batch? I was hiding perfectly well. You really are, just as the general said, a disgrace to the Queen's dignity. A libertine. He looks like he's about to collapse. Yeah, sure, let's go with that. Well, I do hate dragging things out. Enough games, hand it over. I don't understand what you're talking about. You're here with Toplander, a traitor. I have nothing to say to you. My, such fire. If Fedor had even half your dramatic flair, perhaps he would have spent his life just as a brute. Then again, considering I've been reduced to babysitting dragon egg essence, I'm hardly in a position to mock him. Let's cut to the chase, shall we? A loyal hound enduring disgrace for his master's sake? Why not just hand over where you're hiding? Unless, of course, you have nothing. In which case, you're no better than a stray, a poor, abandoned mutt, left behind by that disgraced dog, Fedor. Your cheap taunts won't work on me. Oh, but dear, you're already growling like a cornered beast. Enough stalling. Just tell me what you want. I do love the character design and the story, though. Like, I feel like everyone is so beautiful, even if I personally don't like their color schemes. Like green people. But like, even this like side character right here, he looks really nice. Like, if you told me that was gonna be a hero, I would have been like, okay, yeah, sure, what's his name? You know what I mean? But of course, we'll never see this guy. And then same with some of these other people. They have nice personalities and nice stories and looks, and then we'll just never see them again, which I think is tragic. But I feel like AFK Journey's strength is definitely in their storytelling. And I do love their gacha mechanic, because it's so generous. You will get everyone. You will. Even I have enough to get at least one, what's it called? Celestial up. But I'm just saving it until there's like a Celestial or Hypogean I really, 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 really want. The token. The general describes it to me. You give it to me, and I'll give you what you seek. Really, my faith, my illustrious bloodline, none of it holds weight against some lifeless trinket. Fine. Not that I remember which one he wanted. Here, take them both. They're nothing but useless keepsakes now. Ravion pulls out a brooch and a key from his coat and tosses them carelessly into Fedor's subordinate. The young man stiffly examines the brooch's shape, then carefully retrieves an old document from his own coat, returning it along with the brooch and key to Ravion. The document looks aged, but is folded with great care. Clearly, Fedor and his subordinate had once treasured it. Now that you have it, I won't linger. The general's loyalty to Southhorn is beyond question. You people. Just as the young man seems ready to lash out again, he suddenly goes silent. Without another word, he turns and walks away. He just walked away. And welcome in, Captain. He'll be the first to say that now Fedor's okay. You was the first to lie when we were not alright. The faithful hound is no doubt returning to his master. Gotta admit, this is why I like dogs. No sense of self, just pure devotion. Always taking after their owners. Fedor was the same. He never had initiative without orders. Enough with his snide remarks. Fine. You'll hold on to these for me. Let's see what we got here. Ravion lazily tosses the brooch and key towards Indris, ignoring his fumbling, and unfolds the document. Experiment notes. Phase 1. Postnatal observation. Phase 2. Suppressor testing and long-term monitoring of. Phase 1. Newborn observation. 24 hours after I undergo childbirth. Physical characteristics. The infant displayed stable vital signs at birth. His body was fully covered in hardened scales, showing signs of severe mutation. Intense magic waves that caused minor disturbances to the surroundings became apparent when approaching the subject. Preliminary diagnosis, full transference of draconization confirmed. So Valara gave birth, and then because of that she has like no scales or anything. Phase 2. Suppressor testing and intervention. The subject has been fitted with a magic suppressing device, disguised as a gemstone brooch with concealed rune engravings. Initial effects. The scales gradually softened and fell off. While the bony spurs diminished, the subject began to take on the appearance of a normal human infant. Not a sail? Why didn't they say a sail? What? Okay. Because they're not human. They're a sail. Long-term observation. 1 to 3 months. Draconization stabilized. Magical output reduced to manageable levels. Conclusion? Is highly effective in suppressing magical-induced draconization, though the underlying mechanism remains unclear. Further testing required to determine scope of application. Long-term observation. So many years. Physical characteristics. The subject shows stunted growth with both physical and intellectual development, comparable to an 8-year-old child. I missed Jaden's promotion quest in the game. Only lasted September to November. I didn't want to be missing that, and I'm still playing, waiting more collaborations. I agree. I mean, I was there during the collab with Jaden Animations. I just didn't care about it personally. I'm not really like, I've seen Jaden and I saw some of her videos growing up, but she wasn't like my girl. You know what I mean? Like, so because of it, I didn't really like feel like doing all of the quests. But I'm definitely interested if we have more collaborations. Like, I got the Natsu and Lucy stuff. Really, I want another anime. We'll see. Unless it's like some celebrity I really like. Hello, Southern Monster Gaming. Welcome in. Definitely in a sale. The subject stunted growth. Okay. No significant changes have been observed in body size, bone structure, or behavior. Despite its unusually slow growth, the subject's vital signs remain stable, with no sign of weakness or disease. Magical state, no sign of relapse or new draconization. Energy output remains within acceptable parameters. And thank you so much for the heart and the roses. I appreciate it. How have you been, Southern Monster Gaming? I'm gonna call you Southern. suppressor had not been removed. Its long-term containment efficiency is confirmed, but remains subject-specific. Effects of removal are untested, and likely irreversible. It's Ghost Mode Gaming, but I've been good. How have you been? Wonderful. I thought so, because I feel like I saw one of your TikToks, and it said like you were changing your name, and I felt like that was your account. So the report is brief, just a record of Ravion's unnatural birth and rapid growth. So we were right about Ravion. They tripped us up like halfway. They really did. It also mentions his abysmal appearance at birth, though he was tempered once he donned the brooch crafted by the queen. Nothing more after that. To document your own child like some experiment, this goes beyond cruelty, and Ravion does not care. Oh, I don't know. At least it states a few concrete facts. Shame it doesn't include the one thing I actually wanted most. Your father? The reason for your birth? And say your father? I was half expecting some scandalous revelation about dear General Fedor. Now that would have been mortifying. A pity it doesn't say, but maybe that's for the best. Some things are better left in mystery. I have a theory. Gotta get ready for some classic PlayStation games. What are you gonna play? Well, I'll let you do your thing. But thank you so much for stopping in. It's great to see you again. I still wear Jaden's cape to this day on my character Magister. I'm proud to hold and wear it. Aw, I'm happy for you. Anyway, since we're in the city, let's make ourselves useful. Might as well help restore order. Indris already has people stationed at the temple, so my presence there would be redundant. Instead, why don't we take a little detour to Tenebrous Court and handle some other business? I'm here to ensure your safety, not to indulge your whims. Then stay close and make sure I stay on task. Problem solved. Indra snorts and strides ahead, with you trailing at a slight distance. You cut me off on purpose earlier. Did I? Did I do? Surely a Grand Magister like you has already pieced together my origins, and perhaps even my father's identity. Father, I have no idea. Was I supposed to get that? What are your guesses? Did you figure it out? I didn't. But right now, I'd rather take advantage of this golden opportunity to walk around a bit. Don't you agree? Don't overthink it. Let's go. I like Ravion. Like, at the end of this, I feel like he's a good guy. Follow Ravion to Tenebrous Court and see what he's up to. I wish they made that part like a conversation. Like, at least like thoughts, you know, like, oh, I should really follow Ravion to see what's going on. Or something like that. Not like commands. Not commands from my character's mouth. Like, follow Ravion to blah 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 blah. Let me show you around. Follow Ravion. Not this again. Just have a quick look around. Look around, look around. You broke your promise. This guy looks cool too. And we're not gonna have anything to do with these guys after this. Oh, Lord Ravion. I mean, Your Highness, Ravion. I was just about to say, oh, you can just call me Ravion, but you've already taken the liberty. Well, out with him. What's troubling you? It's these new guards. I haven't slept or eaten properly in days. Every time I hear footsteps, I think they'll kick down my door and drag me away. Wish it was voiced, you mean? No, I mean like, because you see like these bars, I mean, I do wish it was voiced, but you see how like, it's my character's face, and then some random command? You know what I mean? Like, oh, follow Ravion to Tenebrous Court, but it's my face as if I'm speaking. I wouldn't say, follow Ravion to this place. I think it should be more like, oh, I should see what Ravion's doing over at Tenebrous Court. You know, just like make it seem like a dialogue. Or make the whole screen black, and then just have the command there, like, follow this guy to this place. You know, like, I wish it was like narrator, and apart from my Merlin character. But I do wish it was voiced, and in general, I kind of want Merlin to be voiced. I think it would be nice to have at least like 2 voices, like one generic male voice and one generic female voice, and then have it turn on or off, or like how Love and Deep Space does it, and then they let you pick a voice, its tone and pitch. I think that's pretty cool too. That nervous, are you? Have the guards been making a habit of such things? Yes, just the other day they took the family 3 houses down. They were released eventually, but they got put through the ringer. And I heard that grand estate in the west was purged too. Even General Fedor himself has gone missing. Oh, the last part is true. Also, you shouldn't be calling that guy a general anymore. As for the rest, if they were released, well, losing a bit of wealth is just part of the process, isn't it? Let's not forget, when Her Supreme Majesty and High Priestess Valara were running the show, it wasn't just your coin at stake. Entire bloodlines could be erased with a snap of fingers. I know, but wealth should belong to someone like you, my lord, not these upstart lowborns. Shh. Even I am being watched by those upstart lowborns now. I'd advise you to watch your words. Ravion shoots Indris a glance, and without a word, Indris steps forward, standing imposingly beside them. The simple movement alone is enough to send that nobleman into a spiral of panic. He hesitantly bows before fleeing in terror. He didn't even say goodbye. What a coward. Can you blame him? A noble stripped of servants, coin, and status isn't exactly concerned with etiquette. I thought they'd accept our arrangements by now. Oh, Indris, you are far too optimistic. Whether nobles or criminals, anyone staring down ruin will flail and grasp like a drowning rat. Ravion must have got secretly a little tired of the crazy, so he hoped Indris could do good, if not also better. Oh yeah, for sure, Ravion has had enough. He's had enough of the royal life. Not Indris, but Ravion is the kind of guy who just wants to live in a little quiet cottage in the forest somewhere. Like, he really belongs back in the dark forest somewhere. Like, he doesn't want to be here. He's tired. And he's tired in an emotionally drained way. Like, he's done. He feels no connection here. If I wasn't shackled to temple duty, guarding the dragon egg essence, my desk would be buried under their groveling letters. Dead chat? Oh, okay. Offering me their wealth, volunteering to manage my affairs. These people are masters at rewriting their own stories. Since we've decided to let them live. Imagine if that was voiced. That would have been crazy. Since we've decided to let them live, we have to let them scheme and squirm within their limited lifespans. That's how I feel sometimes. Hello, Slayer. Welcome in. And honestly, valid. Besides, you'd miss this spectacle if you hid away like a brooding bat. Come, let's see how the other half of the city fares. Let's just have a quick look around. Look around, look around. Rest in peace, Your Majesty. You broke your promise. Call it a strategic realignment. Lord Ravion, look, these characters look so great for just being side characters. You know what I mean? Lord Ravion, my lord, is that truly you? What luck running into you here? Temper your enthusiasm, dear. Just a civilian now. Still, if you need something, I'd be happy to lend a hand. Now this is how nobility should behave. What I meant to say is, I saw you speaking with that man earlier. I must report him. His family is still swimming in wealth. They kept several lowborns hidden away when the inspections came. Claimed they were distant relatives. Lied right to the inspectors' faces. And once the heat died down, it was back to their fancy little life like nothing happened. Is that so? Well, thank you. That's quite the secret to share. I'll guard it closely. But wait, I mean, shouldn't there be some kind of reward, or... Alas, I have no title, no coin, no sway. All I have is your trust. I don't take that lightly. You have my word. Now then, farewell. The commoner stands frozen, mouth agape as Ravion stutters away. Bye, I may be back. We'll see you next time, princess, and thank you so much for the hydrate, the bonk, and the cookie. I appreciate it. I'm gonna drink a sip of water just to get all of it down. Beautiful. And she's kind of messed up for that, thinking that she would get paid just for doing the right thing. That's crazy. And he doesn't have wealth. Do you believe she was telling the truth? The nobles in this district have been investigated already. There shouldn't be anyone left unaccounted for. If you want to investigate, go ahead. Though I'd call it a waste of time. You think it was a false accusation? And thank you so much for that, Cookie. Obviously, and a rather uninspired one at that. A poor one. You saw how she looked at me? Wide-eyed, practically bowing. That breed worships nobility, right until they spot a crack to claw their way up. You're way too cynical. I'm just stating facts. If they truly wanted justice, why wait? They whisper to me in secret instead of reporting it straight to your dutiful soldiers. That's true. Don't give me that face, Idris. You of all people have seen this before. Back when you were purging those innocent sinners. I know, that's why it stings. Because you're right. Well, there's something seems a little off over there. Where's the justice when the guilty all go free? Why don't we lock them up and throw away the key? Hand over your money. And your jewelry, too. If I was living during a civil revolution like this, I simply would not leave my house. Like, with no jewelry, no nothing. I only leave. Because when you're the target, you don't just casually walk around by yourself. You know what I mean? I would make sure I'm walking with my friends, my family, in broad daylight. Yeah. I would only go when I needed to go, and only, like, I would be safe, as safe as possible. And I would stay away from the people trying to harm me. And I'd have nothing of value with me. But that's a funny story. Because one time, one of my dad's friends, like back when, he actually got held at gunpoint one time, and then the thief was like, give me all the money you have, the usual thief stuff. And then my dad's friend was like, I don't have anything. And then the thief was like shocked. He was like, you have something. Everybody has something, and this is like before cell phones, okay? So like there was no like tap to pay, there was no like cards, okay? And then he was like, take off your shoes, like take off your shoes. And then because the idea was that you would have like secret money in your shoe. And so the friend took off his shoes and he was like, look, there's nothing in my shoes. And he's like, take off your socks. He took off his socks, nothing in the socks either. And he's like, empty your pockets, turn them inside out. And then there's nothing in the pockets. And he's like, bro, you really don't have anything? And he's like, yeah, I really don't have anything. And he's like, dang, you need to at least carry $1. It's dangerous out here. And the thief gave him $1. He's like, if you don't have at least $1, then you're betting with your life. So at least have some money. That's the moral of the story. But that was crazy. Fortunately, it's just a few soldiers taking liberties where they shouldn't, acting out on a whim. Fortunately? On a whim? Yes, compared to what we've seen recently, this is nothing. There have been organized raids on households, much more brutal, far more destructive. Oh, man, at gunpoint? I'm not sure if it was gunpoint, it might have been a knife. I don't really remember, but this was like a long time ago, so. And also, this isn't my story, it's my dad's friend's story. So, there might have been like details that are a little bit obscured. A lot of it is commoners, but we've had problems with undisciplined new guards too. The nobles are still the main targets. Their states are understaffed, their defenses stretched thin. But commoners suffer just as much, especially when these gangs go after weaker neighborhoods. And I I'd wager half of the smaller incidents aren't even reported. Exactly. Before, nobles would raise a storm over the slightest scratch on their property. Now, one of their manors nearly burned to the ground before we intervened. Old habits die hard, I suppose. My mother did enjoy her little tests. This kind of quiet compliance, the illusion of order, is only natural. And now, with the new guards throwing their weight around, I imagine nobility doesn't know who to trust anymore. I haven't done enough. The guards need stricter oversight. Maybe increase the patrols. That's all I can do for now. If we still had the priests to serve as our voice, we would calm the people for a few carefully chosen words. But most of that's gone now, and our forces are stretched to the brink. Right, we've already purged the worst offenders, and now we're juggling patrol treatments and managing detainees. And even with that, things will still slip through the cracks. These temporary recruits are unreliable. What about forming smaller patrol teams? Pairs or trios like scouts, each with a signal device. Keep 2 teams in every district, rotating shifts. At the very least, it buys us time. Understood. I'll see to it right. Apologies. Ha! Still getting used to being in charge, Idris. I'm merely your meddlesome advisor now. Hold the reins. Right. Leader. Oops, I skipped that dialogue, but you know what? It's okay. How will Sulfuran survive? Idris seems troubled, likely moved by what Ravion experienced along the way. What's wrong? Surely you didn't take my jest to heart. No, I know you were joking, but it did make me think, am I really the right one to lead? Back when I was captain of the guard, I took pride in spotting lies, reading the nobles' games played behind closed doors. But this, factions, faith, class tensions, is a tangled mess I was never trained to navigate. Ha, so you'd rather I reclaim the crown, since I handle this chaos with such grace. That's not what I meant. It's just, you understand this world, and you don't despise its people. That's what matters. You adapt. You're clever. Careful, dear Idris. Flatter me too lavishly, and I might start believing it. But truly, who do you think taught me any of that? It wasn't Valara. Bless her fanatical little heart. No, it was my mother. Though, how much was truly taught, how much I learned on my own is debatable. Tell me, would you call her a good ruler? Once I thought her magnificent. Later, I decided she was a monster. But after everything I've seen, facing the dragons, watching what's become of people, now I'm starting to think she might have been extraordinary. But something still holds you back. I read her records, her final testament. She had Sage Tasso executed, used her own child like a pawn, chose the fates of her most loyal and most dangerous followers with chilling precision, right before her death, then carried on as if it meant nothing, only to turn on her own successor not long after. The deeper I dig, the more her ruthless brilliance comes into force, and it chills me. She terrifies me more than the corruption, more than the dragon, more than the dead gods themselves. And that, dear General, is exactly why you should be leading Sulfuran, because you still fear those things. I don't. I simply understand them and move through them like water. With you at the helm, I'll stand watch at the dragon's essence pool, ready to destroy it if it comes to that. But if I were in charge, I'd invite a few allies to take a sip, let them soak up its power, leash them tight, then watch the corruption devour them when they've served their purpose. I'd keep the Sylvan tendril as a weapon, even if it's meant listening to patients scream in agony. But you're the one who said you wanted to change Sulfuran, lead everyone back to the surface. That means the means aren't the same as the end. You trade principle for result. Okay, I'm not sure if I like Ravion. I guess he's kind of psychotic, but in a much more tame way. I mean, he isn't doing all that, so maybe he's just talking. Exactly, and to reach my end, I'd sacrifice everything. Then would it all then it would all be meaningless. A kingdom built on ash is still ash. Precisely, and that's the difference between us, Idris. The records were right. I was born to be a vessel for twisted magic, a living compromise, and I survived by bending, by becoming what the world demanded. You'd pity me, maybe rage for me, but when I uncovered my history, I felt joy. I am the tainted fruit of Saralith's throned vine, nourished on rot and secrets. But you're sunlight, Idris, and down here in the cursed dark, you're the only light left. There is no worthier leader than you, Idris. Walk this path with us, and from this soil, cultivate blossoms of a truer dawn. Let's check how the treatments are at the Lunaris altar. Is she using the Sylvan Tendril? Like, what's going on here? I thought they needed the Sylvan Tendril, and there's only one. They can just fix it? As you see, with limited divine dew, progress is slow. Let me give it a try. This might work better. The burning stopped. Look, the scales are fading. This is a miracle. It's just magic. I'm not a priestess. Oh, sacred magic, your radiance outshines even... Make way. Make way! Make way! Please, others await treatment. By the stars, Lord Ravion, your presence alone heals. My mask is still on, yes? I taste freedom, Lord Ravion. The island gives us what we need, and no one leaves. That's right, we stay. It's another cutscene. Like, what's happening here? Make way, make way. There's too much nothing happening. You know, like it's a little bit eerie. Don't you think? The island gives us what we need, and no one leaves. Did the game work? Maybe. Because, like, I don't know what's happening. I feel like there should be a cutscene here. I think we're just gonna have to click skip. Sadly. No, I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to. Yeah, I guess we have to. The frenzied crowd surges forward like a tidal wave, sweeping up even the patients still waiting for treatment. Back, all of you, contain yourselves. Lord Indris is this guy. He's kind of... Okay, let's move on. I've gained my freedom. You're welcome. How are you feeling? So, do you need attendance now? I hear you're without companions. May I apply? What? Move aside, Lord Ravion. Remember me? My jewelry business survived thanks to your protection. Those new guards, those lowborn wretches, confiscated everything. Hello, Bean. Welcome in. I feel like we missed something important. Yeah, same. Same. I feel like Merlin did the healing, and then they're like, well, you can just fix it. And I feel like maybe that's what happened, but I don't know. We don't confiscate without due cause. Hey, stop pushing. Lord Indris, need coin? Freed Commoner B. Freed Commoner B. Like, I can't stop. He needs to get off my screen. I like him. He should come back. I'll leave levies for you. What? The Magister's grace cured my corruption. I feel like I've been reborn. Lord Ravion, take me into your service. My loyalty is absolute. What did Ravion do? Why are they mentioning Ravion? This is getting out of hand. The jostling crowd barely pays attention to Indris' raised voice. Oh, until Ravion draws his sword and silence falls. Listen closely, darlings. Your new leader and the Magister will now bless your streets with their presence. Should anyone so much as sigh without permission, my blade will ensure it's your last breath, understood? The crowd that ignored Idris's command now parts with trembling reverence at Ravion's threat. Taking advantage of this brief pause, you finally manage to slip away from the still crazed crowd. Let's make for the plaza, shall we? I doubt any more of the healing will be done today. I want to see if there's a way to see that cutscene. It should be an archive, right? I feel like it should be an archive. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go back and then look on their Twitter, because I know for a fact I actually commented on their video that says that you can rewind and then see some stuff. And you can click on the icon of the book below the mini-map, and there's a story recap. You can choose the plot you want reviewing. Hope this info can help. Okay, let me actually see if that works. The book? Is this story recap? Story recap? Yes. Echoes of Descent. No. This isn't everything. All equations. No, but that's important. We need to know what that says. We need to know what happened. Hopefully it's a story recap after each finished mission. Yeah, let's finish the mission and see if we can recap it that way. Because I'm like a little bit confused at what happened there. What was the cutscene? Unbelievable. Fickle, two-faced, given freedom and health, and the first thing they try to do is trade it for scraps of status. At least you didn't call them hopeless or beyond understanding. Because I do understand. That's precisely why you despair for them. It is unacceptable. Exactly. I know why they kneel, why they scramble to rise, and it still infuriates me. You're looking for comrades, Idris. But for now, all you find are followers. Followers aren't enough. Even Seralith wasn't alone when she descended. She had forgive me, Ravion. I didn't mean... You should apologize. That was an appalling comparison. Ravion is like, nah, man. You went too far. I don't even understand what he was saying. Followers aren't enough. Even Seralith wasn't alone when she descended. She had Sage. Yeah, he was basically saying, like, even when your mom died, she didn't die alone. And he was like, If anything, our situation resembles my birth. Born to be a vessel for corruption, shaped in the womb to stretch my poor mother's beyond reason. Then, my arrival was sudden and violent. So violent, Seralith, powerful as she was, left a testament behind. And what followed was a long, twisted, stagnant childhood, before another violent lurch forward. I don't like this metaphor, but you have to admit, it fits. Softborn was the same, twisted for ages until you came along. You were the quake that cracked the shell. I said quacked the shell. Cracked the shell, Idris. Sudden, terrifying, but necessary. And now this new order you shaped will face its own long, clumsy childhood. It'll grow slowly, take in what it needs, shed what it doesn't, until it becomes something unexpected. I understand. I'll hold steady until... Good. I'll begrudgingly handle the grown-up tasks, while you stumble through your toddling phase? Speaking of which, didn't you have something to say about my origins earlier? Yes, and you cut me off. Your father? Nothing like discussing her only child's mystery, other half, beneath her crumpling face. Poetic, isn't it? Your sense of humor is as twisted as ever. If only you could stay serious like you were earlier. Softborn is already drowning in seriousness. I'll keep my charming edge. Now then, how was I actually conceived? Mana gathered in a dragon's egg. Spontaneous conception via corrupted magic. That's crazy. The excess life force in the dragon egg essence triggered a mutation. The magic warped into something twisted. Perhaps it's because my mother's magic was unique. In any case, that only makes it more amusing. What's so funny? Think about it. The assailed keep themselves alive by consuming dragon essence. Yet those eggs we saw come lifeless. All that leftover magic and curses swirled together, birthing something new, something twisted. Can you imagine the dragon's face if it saw what came of its legacy? The sheer indignity. But this is excellent news for you, Idris. There's no mystery consort in the story. One less rival for the throne. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that lovely? Faced with Ravion's cavalier smile, Idris stays silent for a long moment before. Idris places something in Ravion's hand. The ornate crystal still shimmers brightly even now. My brooch? From Fedor's little lapdog. What of it? Ravion, I'm not a schemer. I don't play games with words. And I've never had the patience for dynastic politics. All this talk, consorts, succession, heirs, it just makes my head spin. The whole clause in the will about eliminating threats, I take it literally. That's all I know how to do. So I focus on what's in front of me. And what do you see? From the moment you were born, you were the heir. And to a queen like Saralith, that made you the greatest threat. She didn't destroy you at your weakest. She didn't push your corruption forward. She gave you this brooch, protected you, until you cast it aside. And even after, she never let Valara find it. What lies beneath us, your mother's empire, her legacy, it was poisoned. I never denied that. That's why I stepped forward. That part's clear. But I believe, when you were born, something in her endured. It's for those remnants that we keep going toward the light, toward the surface. Just like she once did, leading our ancestors through the dark, turning this place into a sanctuary. My sanctuary, my sanctuary. Now, Ravion says nothing. Once more, all eyes drift silently to the shattered statue. We all have different shades of hair. I find that pretty interesting. For a moment, through its fractured shape, there seems to gleam the woman from centuries ago, worn down by pain and exhaustion, yet still, leading her people here, the first bright spark of the world she carved from the dark. Regained. Quest complete. Burden of the Crown. A brooch revealed the truth about Lord Ravion's origin and his unusual childhood. Just like what's happening now in Salvorn. Starting over is hard, but life keeps moving forward. Let me see if they let me recap the story. Please let me recap. Please let me recap. Yes! Freed Commoner A. This isn't it. We care about Freed Commoner B. No, they didn't let us rewatch the cutscene. This is exactly where we left off. I know I already said this, but I believe you were so right about Valara. No clue why they made her so integral to the plot. My sanctuary, yeah, where fears and lies melt away. Angels in flight, what's left of me? What's left of me now? My heart's a battleground. I like that they made Valara a good plot. I want to see what this cutscene was! An assailed suffering from severe corruption. Try to help her. A group of thankful patients. It's just magic. Okay, yeah, it wasn't the cutscene. I just wanted to skip through it and see. But like, yeah. Unless that was literally it and we didn't miss anything and it was just like a weird jump from there. Where fears and lies melt away. Should I put in a sale here? Like, should I put interest here? But no, I like Ludovic more. It's just Ludovic and I are clashing right now because I'm not wearing, like, I don't feel like this green and this blue look good together. Hello, Legacy. How you doing? And I just want to get rid of this check mark. I don't actually want to wear this because I just don't like how it looks. Well, for me, I feel like this would look good on somebody else, but I do like the little veil thing. So let's just leave. Cause look, this looks cute. I like it. I'm doing okay, just exhausted right now. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. I was exhausted, but you know, when I go live, I just feel so much better. So I'm doing better because work exhausts me. Oh, and thank you so much for the heart. Even I'm looking for a cutscene, but I'm getting the same results. I see. Did you already play through that? Was there a cutscene? Was that just like a start jump? Something happened because it immediately jumped to the citizens' unrest, right? But they're not showing us in the recap. I wonder if we can like look up somebody else who played through it, but I don't know. I feel like nobody plays through it like I do. AFK Journey. Echoes of Descent. Somebody said Echoes of Devastation. To denounce the world from devastation, to unite all peoples within our nation, to announce the echoes of what is it? To extend our reach to stars above. Jesse, James. Let me try again. To protect our world from devastation, to unite all people within our nations, to denounce the evils of truth and love, to extend our reach to stars above. Jesse, James. There'll be world domination, complete obliteration of all who now defy me. Let the universe prepare. Good Pokemon beware. Your fools shall not deny me. Now go, 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 go. It will all be mine. Power so divine. I'll tell the sun to shine on only me. Actually, it seems like somebody, Remnants, I actually think is somebody who comes in to our streams kind of often. I didn't know they were a streamer, but when I look up their channel, like I looked it up, they have a channel. This doesn't look like it's what I'm looking for. I'll have to look it up and then let you guys know next time. Where's our boy Meowth? He doesn't have a part. Not in that song. It will all be mine. Power so divine. I'll tell the sun to shine on only me. Dear Magister, thanks to you and your familiars, my health has mostly recovered, and I've begun rehabilitation exercises. How are things going on your side? I just wanted to let you know that I've gone through the report. I know the Great Merlin won't be stumped by such a minor setback, but please bear with me. Having lived through the entire ordeal myself, I can't help but feel uneasy at how deliberately understated that report was. From my investigation, it appears that the royal court has swept the rebellion in Brimstone Village under the rug, and the existence of Salforn and the assail remains a secret to the public. Apparently, this is the calm before the storm, as the royal court is still assessing their crisis. Once they have the full picture, the storm may well break. For the royal court, what matters most is the loyalty of its territories. If that's missing, they should at least offer some benefit to the Empire. By this measure, I'd say Brimstone Village is now in extreme precautious position. They can no longer craft their Echorite weapons, and their empire has secured another supplier for underground resources. In other words, with no value and no trust, Brimstone Village holds no meaning for the Lightbearer Empire. While the Empire likely won't punish the innocent villagers, its unusual methods suggest they'll scatter the remaining population across distant dwarven settlements, or place them under house arrest. As for Brimstone Village itself, it will most likely be abandoned. Speaking from an unbiased perspective, I believe it would be a huge waste to simply erase such a historically rich village with outstanding craftsmanship, even though we got a brief glimpse of it during our visit. The Empire will soon send an envoy to the village for an inspection. An envoy again? I don't remember, but I wish those were part of the recap. For now, only cinematic cutscenes are replayable. I see. That's kind of tragic because, you know, there's not like many people doing like a step-by-step playthrough. So, like, it's hard to find that kind of cutscene without like searching through a lot of channels. An arrival of the envoy will be a crisis itself, but with timely interventions, it could become an opportunity for the village to reverse its fortunes. I can only bring you up to speed on the current situation in this letter, my old friend. I'm afraid I can't offer you any suggestions or advice at the moment. I sincerely hope that the famous Echo-Right weapons will be preserved. All the best. Take care. Yours faithfully, Hogan. It's like he gave me 2 goodbyes. Take care and yours faithfully. Hello again, Slayer. Welcome in. Welcome back. It reminds me of call me Chris. Welcome to my channel. Or welcome back. Lurking as I'm getting ready to leave for my soccer game. Hey, good luck, Lethal. I mean, you don't need luck. You're actually gonna win so hard. It's gonna be like 10 to 1. You know, it's gonna be unreasonable. It's gonna be one-sided. Follow me, then you'll see. Follow, 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 follow. But the truth is hard to swallow. Follow me. And we got that one, and we only need a little bit left. The letter is part of the quest Hope Forged Anew. I feel like I read it. Oh, you mean the next one? Oh, yeah. That Hogan letter. Hope Forged Anew. Find Zany. Follow me, then you'll see. Next, the village should do this. Oh, hey, it's you. What's going on? Judging from the expression on your face, you have something serious to tell me. Got a letter from General Hogan. I need to tell you something. Oh, from your injured friend? I hope he's recovered from everything he went through. Wait, there's a frown on your face again. Let me guess, the letter has something to do with the village. General Hogan's letter brings good news. He's recovering. Also, the Dwarven Rebellion and the appearance of the Assail haven't caused as much chaos as he thought they would. However, the letter mentions a predicament that Brimstone Village now faces. Southforeign has taken the initiative and contacted the outside world. They no longer need the village as an intermediary. With the disappearance of Echo-Right, it is no longer possible to forge high-quality weapons as before. Also, the rebellion caused mistrust for those in charge of Brimstone Village. Yay! We love to hear that. Zany's my girl. I love Zany. With no value and trust, there is no meaning in the alliance between the Lightbearer Empire and Brimstone Village. The General has warned that the Empire may once again send a secret envoy to investigate the situation. Another crisis may be on its way. Another envoy from the Empire. Depending on the travel conditions, it could be here in a few months. In a few months? That's not bad. You got time. If we can't give a satisfactory answer to the secret envoy, the village is done for. What's gonna happen to everyone? Their lives won't be in danger, maybe forced to exile or relocation. It always saddens me that such a great character designs get trapped in gacha games. No, but I think this game, AFK Journey, is really great with their gacha. Dime, if you want to play AFK Journey, you don't have to pay a dime. I don't. Even the first purchase is Rowan, and you can just get Rowan from the things. Everything that you pay is all cosmetic. Or like bragging rights, you know, like the titles and stuff. Well, yeah, I know that, but these are going to get tough for everyone. Right, we have to restore the village as fast as we can and show something valuable that will satisfy the envoy. Yes, trust and value. Well, trust is all about loyalty. Eldrick has been arrested, and the remaining folk can be taught what loyalty means. Yes, but then I have to suffer the But the story is good, Dime. The story is good. Without the dragon eggs, without Echorites, what does Brimstone Village really have? Let's go to the mine first. Maybe we can find a substitute for the mineral. Not enough minerals. Okay. But you guys know what time it is? Do you know what time it is? Do you know what time it is? Everybody... I'm trying to think of a song. But I don't think there's any song that I know that has... Do you know what time it is? Do you know what time it is? Everybody... I want my friends to play AFK Journey too. On Mondays. I kind of want to do... Should I do pay? I think it's been a minute since we raided out to pay. Let's raid out to pay. To pay is a hair thing, right? To pay. I'm only interested in this because you're reading it. I'm a skipaholic. No! But that's fine. To be honest, if you really want a hero, I can get them for you. And then you can like live vicariously through me. And I have a majority of the heroes if you like anyone. Because it is that easy to get heroes. Like, you don't even have to worry. I have almost everyone. And some cosmetics for some people. Like, I have the Parissa skin. Honor Duel. Where's Parissa? She should be at the top, right? That's her Honor Duel one. She has a different one too. This is her default, but I kind of like the Honor Duel one more. But yes, we will be raiding out to pay now. I like that she's holding this thing. What is this? I want to play as them, not watch them auto battle. Lol. Fair. Honestly, that is a fair point. Take care. Alright. Have a good night or morning, everyone. See you guys next time. Love you guys and stay sweet. Bye. 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 Bye, bye, bye.